So like, how do I look? Do I look okay? Do I look? I'm just kidding. I think I look okay, and I think today's going to be an amazing episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. Glad you're here.
Hey, you guys, come on. We've only got 5 minutes till Glenn gets here to do the show. Let's go. Come on, Vicky, Pam, Susan. You sure? You sure? Yeah. Come on. Hurry. Come on. Let's go.
Hey, you all. Stay tuned for Grow Your Business for God's Sake. And mark your calendar for August the 14th.
Wait! August the 14th and 15th, that's our birthday!
Woo! Be watching for more information.
Are you in the automobile industry? Oh my goodness, do you know about the 800% Club? Glenn Lundy heads this up, and it is awesome. He helps businesses grow. John Paul Guidry knows all about it. His business has grown 111%. He even bought a whole red convertible and a whole pink convertible to take the travel and planes all around road tripping. Yep. And Liza Myers-Borges, oh my gosh, she's making so much money. She relocated Josh O and hired him at the CMA Group. Awesome. And by the way, James Gavin, I done got you. I'm up on this Peloton and I will have it, Buck.
Hey, my name is David Hook. I'm with Bob Hook Chevrolet in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm here in Naples, Florida, actually, right now at our first 800% Club retreat. We've been with the 800% Club since November, a little over 90 days with Glenn Lundy, and we've experienced tremendous growth already. December and January, we were both up almost 50%, 48% or so. Glenn's been teaching us just some awesome techniques to grow our business. This retreat's been spectacular. We had Danelle Delgado down here speaking to us, teaching us as well, and we've just had a great time growing together. So looking forward to the next year, and I recommend the 800% Club to anybody who wants to try.
Gail, get up. Don't hit snooze. Did you all know about the morning 5? No snooze button, no phone first thing. Gratitudes and goals for the physical. And send someone an encouraging message today. Implementing the morning 5 into your daily routine is a strong way to start the day. Congratulations to all those that have finished the 67-day challenge. Shout out to Mike Stevens, who finished last week, and Angie Roofer, who is coming in hot towards the finish line.
Unleash your superpowers. Buy some gear. All current hashtag Rise and Grind gear is on clearance to make way for summer swag.
Summer! Woo!
Just go to riseandgrindgear.com to suit up with the best.
Rise and Grind is more than just a morning show. It is a family. I mean, Glenn Lundy starting this group, one man with a microphone and a closet, and he created the Twang Sisters. And we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary. We actually have a business. Did y'all know Twang's a verb now? All because of Glenn. 1 year ago, we were in this very room and we signed the wall, the Twang Sisters. So thank you, Glenn. We're so blessed. We love all the Rise and Grind family. We love you so much. And now your host, Glenn Double N, is coming up.
Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Holy smokes, dude. Today is Wednesday. That's right, you ever forget what day it is? I do that a lot, man. I don't know if it's happening more because I'm getting older. I don't know if it happens more because I'm busier. I don't know if it happens more because I'm being more productive. I really don't know. All I know is sometimes it takes me a while. I literally have to be like, zzz. Today is Wednesday. That's right. The craziest part is I even have it written down. Today is Wednesday, June 24th, 2020. That's right. Today is Wednesday, June 24th, 2020. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, June 24th, 2020. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and I mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. Fair enough? Can we do that? Can we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day? Hey, I am coming to you live from Charlottesville, Virginia, right? I'm in Charlottesville, Virginia, downtown, right in the center of the city. It's a really, really, really neat place with a lot of tradition, right? A lot of heritage. Super, super cool. And I have this opportunity. The reason that I am here is I am working with the Carter Myers Automotive Group up here. We're working with their leaders, their sales managers, their general sales managers. We've got some controllers, some accounting, amazing humans, their service managers, advisors. Like, it's incredible, man. It's incredible. And so I am here working with them with my friend Danelle is also here. And man, it's intense. I got to tell you, like, it is intense. So I drove up 6.5 hours on Monday. Then Danelle and I had to go over all of our training. And so I was up till like 1 o'clock in the morning, Monday night, Tuesday morning, whatever that is. Then I got up at 3:50 a.m., right, after 3 hours of sleep, did my awesome show that I am so thankful to have an opportunity to do and share my mornings with you. So I got to do that. Then immediately from there, it was workout, get ready. People are showing up. Let's go. Training starts at 9, ends at 5, right, or 4, ends at 4. Then we kind of hang out, do a few things afterwards. Then we go for a walk. Then we go to a restaurant. Then we go out. Then we get back. As soon as we get back, then we've got another training. I've got some 800% club stuff I got to put together. And then Danelle's got a training. I got to hop on Danelle's training. That goes till 10:30 last night. Dude, I literally fell asleep last night in my bed, fully clothed, like fully dressed with my cell phone like in my hand. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, fully dressed on top of the covers, cell phone in hand, exhausted, completely drained yesterday. I mean, golly, it was intense. And what's crazy is there's even more of that today, right? We get to do it all over again. We got another group that's coming, got another group coming tomorrow, we got another group that's coming on Friday, right? The intensity doesn't stop. It's going to keep cranking. But here's the thing, when you're doing what you really love, right? Because I love this stuff. I love connecting with my automotive peeps. I love the opportunity to train, to pour, to share wisdom and my knowledge and my experiences. I love it. I love the camera and the screen and the Facebook Lives and the ability and the gift of being able to connect with you first thing in the morning, 5:30 a.m. Are you kidding me? I love it. What a gift. I love these things. I love them. And when you're doing what you love, you can do those things endlessly. People wonder, Glenn, how do you only sleep 4 hours, 20 minutes a night, right? How do you do that? And it's because I do what I love. And I don't want to miss out on my life by spending all that time in sleep. That's really what it comes down to. I love life more than sleep. I love my mission more than sleep. I love my purpose more than sleep. I love connecting with humans more than sleep. I love all of those things. So this week we've been talking about training the soul so that you can ultimately walk in your purpose. Because see, when you do, when you're walking in your purpose, when you're doing that thing that you love, there is nowhere that you can't go. Nowhere. You can walk endlessly. You have the fuel. No coffee needed. Oh, whoa, wait, Glenn. Hold on, Glenn. Now you're talking about my coffee. I'm just saying. No coffee needed. Do me a favor, grab your planner. If you grab your hashtag Rise and Grind planner, right there at the top, there's going to be a quote. There's going to be a quote from my man, Bruce McDonald, right? My man, Bruce McDonald. And Bruce McDonald says right here, what I love about the Rise and Grind planner is all the quotes are submitted by members of the group, put right there at the top of the planner. And if you look, Bruce's quote right here at the top, it says, never be limited by other people's limited imagination. Never be limited by other people's limited imagination. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel, or can you remember ever feeling limited by someone else's lack of imagination? Have you ever felt that? Like, have you ever felt, for example, like maybe you had a really good idea, right? You had a really good idea and you shared that idea with someone. You were like, man, this is a fantastic idea. This is going to be the best thing ever. And you shared that idea with someone and they just like squashed it. They're like, dude, that's stupid. What are you thinking? There's no way that would work. We got this, and that. And they just squash your idea like a bug, right? I remember when I was young, I used to stay up late real late when I was a kid, and I'd watch TV on the couch in Flagstaff, Arizona. Now, if you know anything about Flagstaff, Arizona snows 6 months out of the year. Okay, it's up in the mountains. It's a cold place. And so it would get real cold in the house, and I'd be laying there and I'd be watching TV. And it would be cold, and I would need to change the channel. So I'm laying there under my blanket, and then I would take my blanket and tuck it up around my neck real tight, and then I'd reach my arm out with the remote, and I'd start changing the channels, and my arm would be cold, and I just remember thinking, oh my goodness, man, if my blanket had sleeves, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. And so I remember like, oh, maybe I should do that. We should make a blanket that have sleeves. And I was talking to one of my buddies about it. I was like, dude, you don't have to reach your arm out. Like, you know how it gets cold when you reach your arm out? You can keep your arm under the blanket and you can still be able to change the channel if your blanket just had sleeves. And he was like, dude, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. What do you mean a blanket with sleeves? Are you kidding me? Just stick your little arm out, you lazy son of a gun, dude. So you're cold for half a second. All you're doing is changing the channel. And that was it. Then, 2 years later, I saw the Snuggie. And now, to this day, the Snuggie has made its creator a multi-millionaire. What an idea. What a beautiful idea. Putting sleeves on a blanket, right? Have you ever had that happen to you? You see, what Bruce is referring to in this quote, when he says never be limited by other people's limited imagination, what he's referring to, what he's talking about, is these ideas of the soul. These ideas that are given only to you, the passions that only you can connect with, not other people can see it because it wasn't built for them. It was built for you. These are the things. This is the octane, the fuel, the energy. This is where it comes from. And this is what we're going to dive into a little bit more today. But first, you know what we got to do. You know what we got to do. Let's dance, my friends. There it is. There it is. Beautiful. For those of you that know, those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button because I believe, come on, walk that out. I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you and you and you and you to hit that share button. That's right. It's also the part of the show where I want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. How you doing, Scott Simons? Hi, Kim Fair. Thanks for the stars. What's up, Don Sankey, Terry Collins? We got Carmilla Butcher up in here, James Gavin, Cindy Conley Ratchfitch, Bruce Pulver, Melvin Rodriguez. What's up, Archie K? That's what's up. Dickie Everett's up in here. Oh, I tried to send myself some stars. Can't do that. Can't do that. Boom. What's up, Mike Stevens? How you doing, Terry LaPierre? We got Tony Kretz up in here. What's up, Tony? How you doing, Eddie Brown? Who else is up in here? It's moving so fast. Leanne Lancaster Brooks is in the house. Mr. Eric Burns. Heather Fox. Hi, Heather. Great to see you. What's up, Joel Tomlinson? Matthew Drive. Terrell Lake is in the house. Wake up, Terrell. What are you doing sleeping? Come on, my man. Anthony Kiss-Caden. What? Are you kidding me? Anthony Kiss-Caden. What's up, dude? Great to see you. What's up, Rick Tamburino? Brad Smith is up in here. Jenny Lockett. Annette Quinn Wolf Keel. That's right. Michael Guthrie. What's up, Michael Guthrie? Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate the prayers, too. Amanda Sanner. Jess Gentry is up in here. What's up, Jess? Great to see you, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Colton Bourne's up in here. Gail Beecraft. Emily Wilmot. Hi, Emily. Great to see you. Miss Liza Myers-Borges out there running 6 miles today. Killing it. Crushing it. I love it. Kelly Frank. What's up, Kelly Frank? Did you guys know that Kelly and Don Sankey got married yesterday? I'm so excited for them. Absolutely amazing. Houston Turntime's up in here. What's up, Eddie Brown? Everybody's up in here this morning on hashtag Rise and Grind. I love it. Let's dive in.
Good morning, Rise and Grind. What's up? Today's going to be such a great day, and I'm so excited that I get to see you this morning. My name's Heather Parody, and I love this topic. I love it. Good job, Glenn. This idea of, what's good for the soul? Chicken soup for the soul. You know what I mean? And sometimes what's good for us, a little hard to practice sometimes. It takes some discipline, it takes some effort, it takes some thought. We know we should be this or that. I'm talking to myself, y'all. I'm talking to myself. But we gotta practice, we gotta learn. And one thing that I'm personally practicing, and when I say practicing, I mean struggling with. I'm trying to be more mindful. In school, there was this awesome professor, and he gave this analogy. It was from a psychologist who founded acceptance commitment therapy, I believe. And it's this idea, look at this beautiful leaf. Isn't this beautiful? Beautiful leaf. It's this idea that, imagine if this leaf was going down the stream, right? A lot of times some of our emotions and our thoughts, we resist them, we push them. So they're going down the stream, and we're like, I ain't dealing with you right now. No, sir. No, thank you, Mr. Leaf. And we're pushing against some of these emotions because we don't want to deal with them. Or maybe we think we shouldn't have them or whatever. But the idea of mindfulness and this technique is that when these things come, when they float down the river, this is what you do. This is what you do. I notice you. I see you there. I see you. And you let it go on by. Because guess what? Praise him. It will go on by. We have to experience it, feel it, let it be there. But what happens is when we push this little guy away, these feelings, sometimes the stuff we don't want to deal with, that's where a lot of struggle comes with. That's where a lot of trapped emotions comes from. And that ain't good for our soul, right? So thinking about the soul train going down, we're just going to be mindful. And dude, I'm preaching to myself. Praise him. You know what I'm saying? So some of those, I deal with anxiety a lot. You know, having this anxiety, well, I notice you anxiety. How you doing today? Letting him float, you know, on by instead of resisting it and letting it build up. Yeah, mindfulness, man. What do you do to be more mindful of your emotions, your thoughts? Are you like me and sometimes want to resist it? Or are you practicing? Are you allowing? Do you have any tips or tricks how to let that float on by without resisting it? I'd love to hear from you. Comment, let us know. I hope you have the best day in the world. You are loved so much. Big hugs to you, and I'll see you soon.
Being mindful and understanding that connection between you and that thing that is bigger and greater than you is incredibly important. You see, this week, as we talk about how to train your soul, right? Literally, how to educate, grow, and develop your soul so that you can become an even more exceptional human being than you already are. We have to actually put in some work. It doesn't just come naturally. You have to work on these things. We talked yesterday of some of the steps that it takes in order to train our soul to peak performance. We have to spend time in gratitude. We talked yesterday about the power of the written word, visualization, actually putting our dreams and our imagination into action. We talked about the power of releasing that word, the spoken word, sharing our dreams, our thoughts, our ideas, our visions with other people. We talked about all of those things yesterday in this process of seek, create, and attract. We seek through gratitude. We create through the written word. We attract through the spoken word. We talked about if we dive into those three key areas, we can help develop and train our soul. Well, I want to give you three other key areas today, and the first one is discipline. See, Heather mentioned it briefly in her video right at the beginning. You might have skipped right over it. You might not have wanted to hear it. But discipline, as you get older, right? For me, it was when I had to get older because discipline was nothing but a negative connotation when I was younger. That's for sure. But discipline, this thing, discipline, you have to understand the ally that it is. You have to understand what a friend to you discipline is. Being able to do the things that you don't want to do, even when you don't want to do them, but to be able to stay on course. The discipline to be able to keep that straight line no matter what winds and battles and storms life throws at you. When you create these disciplined habits and routines, especially first thing in the morning, for example, when you create these disciplined habits and routines and you start to set them in motion in your life, it allows you to eliminate some of the crazy, get clear and focused on what matters, and connect and train and develop your soul. Does that make sense? It's through those disciplines, the things that you just do, the automatics, right? Over time, they become automatics. The waking up at what time you wake up, the not touching your phone first thing in the morning, the not hitting the snooze button, all of these things over time, these little tiny disciplines, showing up when you're supposed to, watching hashtag rise and grind every day, which I truly appreciate, right? All of these little habits that you create, these disciplines that you've put in place in your life, they hold space. They hold space for you so that your soul, it allows your soul to use that space and that time more effectively. Make sense? See, I don't have to think about what I do when I wake up. I don't have to think about my schedule. I don't have to think about my routine. I don't have to think about any of that. Instead, I can think about how do I deliver a powerful message to all of my friends out there in the world first thing in the morning. I can focus on creating something new because my disciplines and my habits have me in a place where I don't have to worry about that. Make sense? You see, discipline is this ability to consistently repeat an action that moves you towards, progresses you towards your goal. So discipline is a key component of training your soul to be the absolute best version of you that you can possibly be. The second thing that you have to understand is connection. Connection with that is outside of you. Connection with that is beyond the flesh. Connection with that Heather briefly mentioned in her video as she talked about mindfulness. It's this connection with your higher power. It's a connection with God. It is connection with the energy and the waves of the universe. You see, you must work on your connection in order to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And your disciplines will help with that. Having those disciplines in place allows for that space. So, Glenn, how do I get a deeper connection? Well, it comes to what Heather was talking about in that video. Allowing thoughts and emotions to process, to be still and to be present. Most humans will spend the majority of their time either in the past or in the future. Very few people find time to be right here, present where we are. We're constantly thinking about the grocery list or what we need to do around the house or what we're going to do next. How do we get the kids set up? Well, who needs what? Where do I got to take them? What's my schedule look like? What's my planner? Who do I have to call? Who do I have to respond to? Who didn't I respond to? What cycle do I need to close? What am I going to do? How did I make that mistake? I can't believe that I did that. Why did I allow myself to do that? How did I let that person do that to me? My parents were awful. The way that I lived was tragic, right? We spend all of this time in the past and in the future. We have to create time to be in the present. The only way to connect, to deepen your connection, to train your soul to connect with that is outside of you, that is stronger than you, that is more powerful than you, that will help to evolve you. The only way to connect with that is to be present. You can't connect with that in the past or the future because in reality, the past and the future do not exist. Yesterday is gone forever, right? Tomorrow doesn't really exist. All we have is this beautiful day called today. Through discipline, we get stronger, we create space. In that space, we can use that to create connection that ultimately will train and develop and grow our soul. A third component I want to share with you today of how to train your soul is this thing called failure. If you're not failing in life, in some areas of your life, then you're not pushing hard enough. If there are not some types of failures, whether it's a fall down, a slip, maybe it's a fear that you haven't overcome, maybe it's in your business, maybe it's in your relationships, maybe it's in your connection with God, maybe it's in your health or your fitness or your routines. But if you're not failing somewhere, you're not growing. You see, our soul, in order to train our soul, we must experience things we've never experienced before. That's why you see those that travel abroad and travel around the world tend to have a different perspective on life than those that don't. Those that have experienced exhilarating things tend to have a different perspective on life than those that don't. Those that come from hard or difficult upbringings, they tend to have a different perspective than those that don't. You see, failure is a key and crucial component to getting that deep connection with your soul. In order to train and develop it, there's a process. Change, struggle, grow, succeed. Change, struggle, grow, succeed. Change, struggle, grow, succeed. That's the rhythm, right? Mental change followed by struggle every time. There is no growth without struggle, my friend. So I say this to you. If you're in a season right now of your life where you're struggling, you're like, man, this is hard, this is difficult. Good. I am so thankful for that for you. If you're in a season where you're like, golly, I tried and I failed miserably. I fell flat on my face. I scraped my face all up. You can still see the blood. I'm like, good. Good. That means you're one step closer to your greatness. One step closer to becoming the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. Pick yourself up. Don't even dust yourself off if you don't want to. Just let the blood run down your cheek and keep marching forward. Because see, you, my friend, are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made everything. And that God made you and gave you the gifts and the ability for you to reach, for you to stretch, for you to imagine, for you to dream. And He's going to allow you to do that through your failures, through your discipline, through your connection with your higher self. That's where your evolution exists. You failed recently. I'm so proud of you. Way to challenge yourself. Way to put yourself in an uncomfortable position. Way to grow, because see, that decision that you made, even though you thought it was a failure, that decision that you made, just like all of the decisions that you make, even if they seem small or meaningless, that decision that you made makes an impact. It makes an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your coworkers. It impacts everyone around you in a positive way if you allow it to grow you, not slow you. Listen, my friend, I love you dearly. Thank you so much for joining me here this morning on #Rise and Grind. I truly hope that you have an incredibly powerful, amazing day today. I really do. And if you need more videos like this, you can go to GlennLundy.com. There's all kinds of videos up there. If you need a #Rise and Grind planner, you can get that at GlennLundy.com. All of that stuff is there. But most importantly, will you do me a favor? Will you come back here tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m., because we're going to do this all over again on #Rise and Grind as we wrap up this series called Soul Train, right? Training your soul so you can be the best version of you that you can possibly be. What a series. I'm so thankful to share my morning with you. Get out there, kill it. Congratulations again, Don Sankey, Kelly. Super excited for you guys getting married yesterday. It looked incredibly beautiful. Wish I could have been there. However, thankfully, I had this opportunity to spend some time with Liza Myers-Borchis and her crew at CMA, who I love equally as much. So go out there, have an incredible day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. on #Rise and Grind.